Welcome again in this lecture. Today I will discuss the Lagrange multiplier method for maxima and minima, and with the help of this method we can easily get the maximum or minimum value for a function. Here we cannot have a particular value, but we can have a relation by which we can get the maximum or minimum value of a function. Lagrange multiplier method. Now suppose that phi x y z equal to 0 be a given condition. Now suppose that this is your given condition and we have to maximize our function, say u, and let we have to extremize this u of ux y z. Extremize means either we can maximize it or minimize it. Now if this is your given condition and we have to extremize this function, then consider a new function capital F, which is your basically u times lambda times phi, where your lambda is known as Lagrange multiplier method. Lagrange multiplier. This lambda is known as your Lagrange multiplier. So we are constructing a new function capital F, which is basically u. That means the function which we have to extremize plus lambda times the function which we have given. So your capital F will be u plus lambda times phi. Now we know that the condition for maxima and minima are, the necessary condition for maxima and minima is your total derivative of f, your partial derivative of f with respect to x, y, z will be 0, the first order derivative. So for maxima and minima, our first order derivative with respect to x, y and z will be 0. So now these three are equal to 0. Now let us differentiate this function with respect to x. So we will have del u upon del x plus lambda times del phi upon del x equal to 0. So this is equation number 1. Then we will have del u upon del y plus lambda times del phi upon del y equal to 0. So equation number 2. And then del u upon del z plus lambda times del phi upon del z equal to 0. So this is equation number 3. Now with the help of these three conditions, we will try to find out our lambda and the values of the variables x, y and z. So let us solve few questions related to this Lagrange multiplier method. The question number 1 is, find the minimum value of x square plus y square plus z square subjected to ax plus by plus cz equal to p. So here we will minimize this function with respect to this given condition. So solution. So let us assume the given function as u, and with respect to this phi ax plus by plus cz minus p equal to 0. So consider the function capital F, which will be your u plus lambda times phi. That means x square plus y square plus z square plus lambda times ax plus by plus cz minus p. So this is your f. Now for maxima and minima, our first order derivative will be 0. So for extremum, our first order derivative will be 0. So del f upon del x equal to 0 implies, now del f upon del x equal to 0, del f upon del y equal to 0, and del f upon del z equal to 0. This is the condition for maximum and minimum. Now if we differentiate this equation with respect to x, then we will get, so from here we will have 2 times x plus lambda time, this will be a 2x plus lambda time a equal to 0. So our x will be minus lambda a upon 2. Then we will have 2y plus b lambda equal to 0. So our y will be minus, so there is no need to find out this x and y. Then the third condition will be 2z plus c times lambda equal to 0. Say this is equation number 1, this one is 2, and this is your third. Let us multiply this equation number 1 by x, second by y, and third by z, and add these three equations. So 1 into x plus 2 into y plus 3 into z implies, I am doing this thing because we need the value of lambda. So this will be your x square plus y square plus z square plus lambda times ax plus by plus cz equal to 0. Now your x square plus y square plus z square is u, so this will be your 2u, and then we will have lambda. Now the value of ax plus by plus cz is p, so this is equal to 0. So from here our lambda is minus 2u upon p. So this is lambda. Now let us put the value of lambda in equation number 1 and 2 and 3 and find the value of x, y and z. Now if we put lambda equal to minus 2u upon p in equation number 1, then now by 1, 2 and 3 we have, now with the help of 1 we will have the value of x equal to minus lambda a upon 2. So minus lambda, that means this will become your plus, so this x will be u upon p, and again your y will be, so lambda will be equal to minus 2x upon a. So minus 2, your x will be minus lambda a upon 2. So minus lambda a upon 2 means a upon p. So this is your x. Similarly our y will be ub upon p and your z will be cu upon p. As our u is x square plus y square plus z square. So let us put the values of x, y, z here. So we will have u square, then in the bracket we will have a square plus b square, a square upon b square, b square upon p square plus c square upon p square. Now one u is cancelled out, so our u will be p square upon a square plus b square plus c square. So this is the value of u, and it can be either maximum or minimum, and for that we will prove the value whether it is maximum or minimum. So this is our required u. Now let us prove that this is your minimum. For that we will show that this u is, the double derivative of this u is negative, this double derivative of u is positive for these values of x, y and z. Only then we can say that the value of u is minimum. So because u equal to x square plus y square plus z square, and your lambda and your ax plus by plus cz equal to p. So if you differentiate this equation, here you can see that here if ax plus by plus cz equal to p, then we can say that our z is a function of x and y. So if we differentiate this function with respect to x, then we will get a. Now the differentiation of y with respect to x will be 0, then we will have c del z upon del x equal to 0. So from here we will have the value of del z upon del x as minus a upon c. Now let us differentiate this one with respect to x. So this is equal to 2x. Now the partial differentiation of y with respect to x will be 0, and we have 2z into del z upon del x. Now let us put the value of del z upon del x here. So this is equal to value upon del x equal to 2x minus your value of z is del z upon del x is a upon c, so this will be your minus 2a upon c into z. So this is the value of del z upon del x. Again differentiating. Again if we differentiate this equation, then we will get 2 times 2a upon c, then del z upon del x, and this is equal to 2 times minus 2a upon c, and the value of del z upon del x is minus a upon c. Now you can see that this is your 2a square plus c square, and it will be positive for all the values of x, y and z, because this right hand side is not depending on x, y and z. So you can say that this double derivative is positive, and as this double derivative is positive, so we can say that this u is minimum. Therefore u is minimum for given x, y and z. This is our value of the function, but we cannot say that whether it is minimum or maximum. For that we have to show that it is minimum, and it can be shown by proving that this double derivative is positive. As this double derivative is positive for all the values of x, y and z, so our u is minimum. Then the next question. Find the extremum of x square plus y square plus z square subjected to ax square plus by square plus cz square equal to 1 and lx plus my plus nz equal to 0. So for these values, let us find the extremum value of this function. Solution: let u equal to x square plus y square plus z square, and we will extremize this function. Here we extremize this u subjected to ax square plus by square plus cz square equal to 1 and lx plus my plus nz equal to 0. So therefore consider this function f equal to u plus lambda times this function. Say this is your phi, and say this is your f. So u plus lambda times phi plus mu times f. Now this will be your required function, where my lambda and mu are two Lagrange multipliers. So this is equal to x square plus y square plus z square plus lambda times phi. Phi will be ax square plus by square plus cz square minus 1 plus mu times lx plus my plus nz. Now for maximum and minimum, our first order derivative will be 0. So that means del f upon del x equal to 0, del f upon del y equal to 0, and del f upon del z equal to 0. So on differentiating with respect to x, we will have 2x plus lambda 2 lambda a into x plus mu into L equal to 0. So this is equation number 1. Then we will have 2 times y plus 2 lambda by plus m mu into m equal to 0. Then we will have 2 dz plus 2 lambda cz plus mu n equal to 0. So this is equation number 2, and this one as 3. Again multiplying the equation number 1 by x, 2 by y, 3rd by z, and adding these 3 equations. So we will get 2 times x square plus y square plus z square plus 2 lambda times ax square plus by square plus z square, and then mu time lx plus my plus nz. Now this is your u, so we have 2 times u. Now this is your 1, so ax square plus by square plus z square is 1, so this will be 2 lambda. Now this is your 0, so we have 0. So our value of lambda is minus u. Now we have the value of lambda equal to minus u. Now let us put the value of lambda here in equation number 1, 2 and 3 and obtain the value of mu. So by 1, if we put lambda equal to minus u here, we have 2x minus 2 mu ax plus mu l equal to 0. So from here our x will be mu l divided by this 2 times, then it will be your ua minus 1. This will be your ua minus 1. So this is your x. Similarly, our y will be mu m upon 2 times u into b minus 1, and your z will be mu into n divided by 2 times uc minus 1. So therefore, because our lx plus my plus nz equal to 0, so let us put the values of x, y, z here. So we will get the value of x is this one, so we will have mu into l square divided by 2 ua minus 1, then mu m square divided by 2 times ub minus 1, then we will have mu n square upon 2 times uc minus 1. So this is equal to 0. So on dividing the whole equation by, or we can say that if we multiply the whole equation by 2 by mu, then we will have l square upon mu a minus 1 plus m square upon ub minus 1, then n square upon uc minus 1 equal to 0. Now you can see that this is your cubic equation in u. Now with the help of this cubic equation in u, we can have its maximum or minimum value. So here we are not getting any particular value for maxima and minima, but we have a relation. Find the maximum and minimum distance of the point 3, 4, 12 from this sphere x square plus y square plus z square equal to 1. So let us find out the maximum or minimum distance of this point from this sphere. Now assuming that let p x y z be any point on this sphere. Now if this is any point on the sphere, then the distance of this point from this point will be, so distance of p from say A is this point 3, 4, 12 is your AP will be under root x minus 3 whole square plus y minus 4 whole square plus z minus 12 whole square. So this is the distance of the point x, y, z from this point. Now if we can have the values of x, y and z, then we can get the maximum or minimum value of this point A from point P. Now your AP whole square will be x minus 3 whole square plus 2 times y minus 4 plus 2 times z minus 12, and say this is your u. Say this value is u, y minus 4 whole square plus z minus 12 whole square. Now we will find out the maximum or minimum values of u, where my u is AP square So your AP will be basically square root of u, subjected to this condition, x square plus y square plus z square minus 1. Now in this question I will find out the maximum or minimum values of u with the help of this given condition. So for maximum and minimum, our first order derivative will be 0. So we will have value for, now consider the function f. Consider f equal to u plus lambda times 5, and this is equal to, this is your u plus lambda times this one. So if we differentiate with respect to x, with respect to y, and then with respect to z, we will get, now differentiating u plus lambda times 5 with respect to x, we will get 2 times x minus 3 plus lambda times 2x equal to 0, and then we will have 2 times y minus 3 plus lambda times 2y equal to 0, 2 times z minus 3 plus lambda times 2z equal to 0. So this is equation number 1, 2 and 3. Okay, now let us multiply the equation number 1 by x, 2 by y and 3 by z. So 1 into x plus 2 into y and 3 into z implies 2 times, now this will be x square plus y square plus z square, then we will have minus 3x plus 3y minus 3x minus 3y minus 3z, and then 2 lambda x square plus y square plus z square equal to 0. Now the value of x square plus y square plus z square is 1, so we have 2 minus 6x minus 6y minus 6z plus 2 lambda equal to 0. So if we divide the whole equation by 2, then we have lambda, then this will be your, now 3x plus 3y plus 3z equal to, if we divide this whole equation by 2, then we will have this one as 1 plus lambda. So this is equation number 4. Now let us find out x from equation number 1. Now from 1 and 2 and 3, our x will be, now from here you can see that your 2x plus 2 lambda x equal to 6. So your x will be 6 divided by, or you can divide whole equation by 2, then this will be your x will be 3 divided by 1 plus lambda, because now if we divide this whole equation by 2, then this will be your x, this will be your 1 lambda x minus 3. So our x will be 3 upon 1 plus lambda. Similarly our y will be, again our y will be, this is your y minus 4 and this is your z minus 12. So we will have a calculation mistake here. Now this will be your 3x, this will be your 8y and this is your 24z. So this is your 6x, 16y, and then okay, this is your 3x and 4y, 12z. Now this will be 6x minus 8y minus 24z. Now if you divide whole equation by 2, then this will be 3x plus 4y plus 12z plus 12 into z. Okay. Now your y will be 4 upon 1 plus lambda. Your z will be 12 upon 1 plus lambda. Let us put the values of x, y, z in this equation number 4. Hence by 4, your 3 upon, now this will be 9 upon 1 plus lambda. Then we will have 4 16 upon 1 plus lambda. Then we will have 144 upon 1 plus lambda equal to 1 plus lambda. So our 1 plus lambda whole square will be equal to, now this will be 169. So our 1 plus lambda will be either plus 13 or minus 13. If you take lambda as plus 13, then our lambda will be 14. And if you take the right hand side as minus 13, if you take the right hand side as plus 13, then our lambda will be 12 and otherwise minus 14. So we have the value of lambda. Now with the help of this lambda, our x is, therefore our x is, for lambda equal to 12, our x will be 3 upon 13. And for lambda equal to minus 14, then this will be a 3 upon minus 13. And similarly, our y will be 4 upon 13 or minus 4 upon 13. Our z will be 12 upon 13 or minus 12 upon 13. So we have 2 points for x, y, z. One is 3 upon 13, 4 upon 13, then 12 upon 13. And then we will have minus 3 upon 13, minus 4 upon 13 and minus 12 upon 13. So these are the 2 points on the sphere. Now we will calculate our distance AP. So let us put the value of x, y, z in AP. So therefore at 3, 13, 4, 13 and 12, 13, our AP will be, we have AP equal to 3 upon 13 minus 3 whole square plus 4 upon 13 minus 4 whole square. Then we will have 12 minus 12 upon 13 minus 12 whole square. So this is equal to, now we can easily get this value. Now this will be your, if you take this 3 common, then this we will have 9 into, now this will be your 12 square upon 13 square. Then we will have 16 into 12 square upon 13 square. Then we will have 12 square into 12 square upon 13 square. Now you can see that 12 upon 13 is common, and in the bracket we will have again 12. We will have 13. So we have 12 square upon 13 square. Then in the bracket we will get this bracket as, so 13 square. So we have 12. So our one value is 12, and similarly the other value for minus 3 by 13, minus 4 by 13, minus 12 by 13. Our second value will be, now this will become your plus. Now this will become your plus. So if this is your plus, then we will have, in place of 12 we will have 14, and again we will have 14, again we will have 15. So our next value will be 14. Again at this point, minus 3 upon 13, minus 4 upon 13, minus 12 upon 13, our AP will be equal to 14. We can easily get this value. So here we can see that one value, one distance is 12 and other is 14. So our maximum value is 12 and maximum value is 14. Therefore, maximum distance is 14 and minimum distance is 30.